Hey Doc, how's it going? Oh, that is... Oh, there. Well, with the Garmin pedals, they did show like your pedal stroke, and that was quite interesting because, yeah, my right leg is quite a bit smoother. So my right leg actually produced less power, but the power stroke of my right leg was like 180 degrees, where my left leg was like a masher. It was like a piston. You know, like on long rides, I could tell my right leg would get sore. Or sorer quicker, like it felt like it was fatiguing. But, I mean, do I really want to sit here and do one-legged pedal drills? Not really. Like, I just don't... Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've done, concentrated on those, but yeah, like ultimately, one-legged pedal drills are really the only thing that's going to get you on back, close. But then you're never going to be exact. No, well, what happens is, because my left leg is a masher, forcing it to do pedal by itself smooths your stroke out a bit. Because it should translate, because if you're training your leg to be smoother, it technically, because you're not trying to make your right leg better, you're just trying to make your left leg smoother, and being smoother overall is better, but I don't know how much left leg drills you have to do to make a difference. Yeah. Well, because then... Probably. Well, and then the whole ideal pedal stroke has changed in the recent years, where they recommended you pull up and push down, but then they're saying now pulling up wrecks the pushing down from the other leg, and really what you want to do is just unweight the leg that's going up. But you want to be on your pedal stroke as soon as that crank hits 12 o'clock. You want to start rolling over the top. So... Oh yeah. I think everyone should have a turn on riding the rollers. That the rollers really emphasize pedal stroke because you start bouncing around. I think that's a mental thing as well. When you're digging deep and you're trying to sort of take your mind off the pain, thinking of pedal stroke is like, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's also muscle, which muscles you're engaging. But I mean, we're not world tour people. So for me, I'm like, I used to sit there and do like one-legged pedal drills, and I'm like, what am I gaining? Like 3 watts on my left leg? Like, really? Like, I'm not. Yeah. I could just take a poop or something instead. Well, that's a good way to tell is just take one leg off your pedal, because I can unclip my left and my right leg can do a smooth stroke without even thinking. My left leg, it's like catching up with the cassette and changing along and you're making noise. But like I say, what does it really matter? Maybe for like the 1% you're trying to, like, let's say, win the world tour. Also, like I will say though, as you don't really need to concentrate on, say, your pedal stroke, the difference in if you just ride a road bike on the road, that alone makes a massive difference in spinning. I think just because, like, I'm not the most in shape person, but every mountain bike race I've ever been in, when you get to a road section, I usually crush most people. And I have buddies that are way better in shape than me, and even the Cumberland 50K, there was a very long section of gravel riding. As soon as we hit anything remotely smoother where you can sit down and spin, I was like, my heart rate would drop 20 beats. I was like recovering and just pulling away from them. And they're like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, my heart rate's like 110 right now. Like, let's go. Because mountain bikers are so used to like mashing. It's very like short, like burst, up this little hill, coast around the corner, where we're used to pedaling for 3 hours nonstop. So there has to be some sort of pedaling efficiency to do with that. Because I noticed it on every single sort of mountain bike race I ever went on. Like the Test of Metal had very long road sections between the trails. And I was just reeling people in like insane. Like it was, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Hey, CK, thank you very much. How are you doing today? It's going to happen. It's gonna happen. Holy moly. Welcome, Raiders. Yes, it's gonna happen, CK. I'm using the PC. It's totally an Apple TV problem. So, I've been running the roots off the PC, and so far we've like... No problem, Brian. I get the same thing all the time. Oh, did you... I think it is. If we take a right here, yes, we're taking a right. This is the correct route. We're doing it. Oh, thanks for all the follows, guys. Yeah, it's totally an Apple TV issue. I did Legends in Lava yesterday on the PC. Or no, Friday on the PC, and it was fine. The only issue I've ever had with the Apple TV. Is this? I am a fellow dirt guy. I've been riding with the dirt team since the beginning, well, ZRL Season 1. In the C Division, West Coast. Season 3 of ZRL, I rode Bs, but I'm not a B. We just rode Bs because the team totally upgraded, or everyone on the team, and we just wanted to keep the team dynamics together. Oh, the Garmin's is like it's more than like double. It's... 100% right, Brian. ZRL Season 3, I made massive gains just because all of the B races were one more lap than the C. So that one extra lap every week made a huge difference. I was gonna say the benefit of the Garmin pedals now, though, is you can swap pedal bodies. Well, the Shimano, they had their crank one. Oh, well, Garmin has Shimano bodies now, so you don't have to pick the Look Keo cleat. So with the Garmin pedals, you can actually right out of the box be like, I want Shimano ones. Same with Asioma. You can pick Shimano, or maybe not pick Shimano pedal bodies, but you can retrofit Shimano pedal bodies on. But yeah, with the Garmin pedals, I think you can swap bodies in like under 10 minutes. So I mean, they're still ridiculous, but you could buy a full set of pedals and then like the SPD bodies. It actually, when you actually do the math though, you could just buy 2 sets of pedals from somebody else and not have to worry about swapping spindles. Yeah. Yeah, I think someone in the chat was saying that if you do the Shimano to Asioma conversion, your Q factor goes really huge. I guess it pushes the pedals out, so I don't know if that's ideal. Well, because of the way that it interfaces, it screws in. Yeah. I think normal Q factor, well, not normal, but I think average Q factor is like 55 or something. So it's not a lot. It's like another centimeter. You probably wouldn't really know. Yeah. I think if you rode mountain bike all the time, that's probably like mountain bike Q factor. Well, yeah, those, I have friends that ride Speed Play and they're just like swear by them. Oh, they're yeah, those look really interesting. Well, the speed plate pedals, they were used for the hour record because they have that whole attachment underneath the, they got like that super speed aero version. Yeah, CK, those are those, the Aero version. They have like this, it fits against the bottom of your pedal or something. Or the cleat has this other piece on it. And then when the pedal goes onto the cleat, it makes like this smooth golf ball Aero channel underneath. Oh, I saw the line to the dump is like 300 cars deep. Goes all the way back to the... It goes back to the highway. Yeah, 4i. I have... Which bike is it? There's a blue bike over there behind the green bike. It has a very, very, very original 4i left side power meter. Like from when they first came out. Still like works awesome. The 4i heart rate monitor is the best one I've ever used. I keep flip-flopping back to the Garmin one because I have a bunch of spare Garmin straps that I bought because my sweat seems to eat Garmin straps. But the Garmin one, if it's like too dry, it doesn't work. If I sweat too much, it stops working. And I have to like dry it off. The 4i one just worked. The only issue I've ever had with the 4i was the battery door is not sealed the best. And I was getting sweat got in there and made things rusty. But they replaced it. But the replacement one is kind of doing the same thing, so you just got to keep an eye on it. Instead of just never maintaining it, I make sure I take the battery door off every, couple months. No, like I said, I've had the other Garmin. I'm wearing the HRM Dual right now, and it's like 90% good. Like, oh, that's too bad. Yeah, all of their products have worked freaking awesome. The Garmin one, it's just like the battery. It would report on the head unit that the battery is good, and then it'll go to like 72 beats per minute. And it seems like 72 beats per minute is Garmin's error code. If it goes to 72, it's like, it's not working. Where it didn't matter what I did to the 4i, it always worked. Always freaking worked. When the battery was low, it would say the battery was low. dry, super sweaty, didn't matter, it just worked. My rant on heart rate monitors. I think, have about 3 Garmin straps in the closet that I gotta work through. The newer Garmin straps, they changed something, or either my body changed, but like the part number's still the same, but I would get 2 months, 2.5 months, maybe 3 months, and the strap would just disintegrate. I know they did a test. They have a power boiler, like a very state-of-the-art one at the mill in Powell River. And they were looking at new sources of fuel for this power boiler. And they were gonna start doing burning tires, chipped up tires. But the idea was, like all the other big incinerators, was it burns so hot that it produces like almost no emissions at all. And they advertised in the paper saying, oh, we're gonna do our power boiler tests this week between these couple days. And all these protesters flew in and everyone was like, oh my God, it stinks. It smells so bad, I can hardly breathe. And then the mill was like, ha, we did it last week. It was like the only time like a corporate was like super trolling, like, oh really? Oh, and they produced all of like the air quality measurements, and it's like, you guys were complaining and the air quality was like totally fine. You know, placebo complaining. Sorry if my conversation goes a little weird. I have a group of people in Discord that are afraid of Twitch and streaming. So they keep asking me questions over there. So sometimes I say stuff that has nothing to do with what's going on in Zwift. Normally on race days, I just let Discord out into the channel, but the racing guys don't seem to care. It's like the everyday group ride people are scared that they might like name names or say something that's... to tell them that I have 14 viewers right now, and I'm pretty sure no one knows anybody in the Discord. Feeling pretty pumped that this route's going the right way, or that it seems like it's going the right way. Tyrannosaurus. It's awesome. Damn you, Apple TV. Damn you, and you're like making me ride more and get better in shape. Well, apparently right now with the latest, yeah, that's what the Apple TV does. It makes you ride more. I have used the Apple TV exclusively for Zwift forever, and I never had like any issues with it. I mean, yes, the remote is horrible. It should just be up, down, left, right buttons. But with the last, I don't know if it was Zwift update it won't do roots. I tried this root 3 times and Legends of Lava twice, and it would start in the right place, and then the gauge saying distance remaining was still there, but I'd be looking on the map going, like looking at the companion app going, what the heck? Like, why am I'm not anywhere near the root. And then it would be like, Zwift would be like, yeah, you're not on the right route. So that it would U-turn me to head towards the right route. But the U-turn would turn the route off. Well, the problem is with Zwifting with the Apple TV as well, is you only get 2 Bluetooth channels. So I can't get an aftermarket remote and still get all the sensors working. Apple really screwed up with the latest Apple TV. I was super excited when the latest Apple TV was coming out, and it took them forever to make it, and I thought, oh man, they could knock it out of the park. If they let a crap ton of Bluetooth channels, if they put the better processor, if they increase the graphics, I'm like, they are gonna kill it. Like, it's, yeah, the one with the new remote. It's pretty much identical to the old one. Like, actually in graphics testing that I've seen for benchmarking, they're saying the old one actually does better. Well, the old one, I mean the 4K version. Not the original old one. Like I saw a bunch of Zwift tests where the shadows weren't showing up on the newest version. Yeah, it's totally not an upgrade. They pretty much just went sideways and then said, here's a new remote. Well, I'm on the PC right now, but I really need a second monitor. Out in the garage, I just have the one. So the Apple TV was nice because I can watch all of my streaming software, but I could still use the remote to control Zwift. Now, you know, I gotta, like, if I want to do something in Zwift, I have to, like, pop Zwift open and do it, but honestly, it's not really, it doesn't really take that much longer. My PC is better as well. My last PC, I was using the Apple TV as well because it offloads a bunch of the graphics. But also, before I was streaming, the Apple TV was nice just to ride with Zwift because it boots up in about 1 second. And for a Zwift race or a group ride, I could run out here, hit the remote, and it was like, boom, I'm on Zwift. Like 5 seconds, you're on Zwift. Maybe 15 seconds because you missed it with the remote. Like, damn, I missed Zwift. And then you gotta like go back. Like my computer is not in the garage full time. It's at my desk. So I bring it up to the garage every time I want to stream. But I would like to, I was thinking, I have like a 24-inch monitor. I was thinking maybe one of the bigger curved monitors, because then I could run Zwift and then like OBS on the side a bit. It's working. It is working. I'm going right. Going right. Then I should go towards... Is it working? Yeah. No, it totally is working. The next, I should be taking... We go around to 90 and I should take a left. Yeah, I was trying to... Everyone at work seems to be getting monitor upgrades. So I was thinking like I'd probably steal an old one. Yeah, just... This is like the last route I have to do. No, it's wrong. I have the Crit City route badge left. Route badges is like the only thing I have left that I care about. Or get that new Samsung 55 ARC. I said it's like having two 32-inch monitors side by side. Give your mom e-waste. Ha ha. Your mom. Fuck. All right, we should be going left. It's like, oh, the mom. It started funny. Mom's a hoarder. Yeah, she is. No, she's not. Oh, see if this works here. Thanks for the raid, Slow Spoon. Cash here. BK for resubbing. I actually have people in my channel to actually do shoutouts. Shoutouts don't really work when it's like me and one other person. Got a new Stream Deck plugin that anybody who chats in the chat, it puts their profile pic on the Stream Deck, so I can be like, bam, Doc. Oh, I need like the automatic shoutouts, but then I wouldn't get to see everyone's like pretty faces on the Stream Deck. Hio, boom. Hio does Zwift. It was called like Bar Raider for Stream Deck. Like when you go on the Stream Deck and you go into like the app section. Or you can do it like that. So yeah, once you have the app, yeah, see I have my Stream Deck like on my bars. So I like to have control over the shoutouts, you know? Sometimes I just don't want to give someone a shout out. I need to remove that access. It's like Slow Spoon just like shouting out RGT people. Like, come on now. In the background, Slow Spoon's like messaging Brian being like, I got you, bro. RGT for life. Well, I mainly got the Stream Deck because when you only have, hey, big trouser, yeah, I could be like, boom, big trouser. Because in the, well, I shouldn't say in the early days of streaming, still now when I stream, there's plenty of streams where I have 2 people. It's like my mom and my wife. And so I usually do group rides with a bunch of people on Discord. So I needed a way of being able to mute them so I could talk to the stream without them going like, what the hell are you talking about? Or talk to the stream without the Discord people going, what the hell are you talking about? So with the Stream Deck, I could just be like, boom. Yeah, Brian, I totally want to start getting a little bit deeper in that. Like when I'm using Excerpt, I can turn like the overlays on and the overlays off. You know, basic stuff. I can like skip the Spotify song. Yeah, the shout out one was the last one that I've... But yeah, all I did was I have an out front mount on my bike, and on Amazon, I can't even, board's not long enough. I just bought a stick-on Garmin mount. So it just sits on the out front mount. Yeah, that'd be cool, Brian. Always interested in like doing more things with this. Like I haven't even scratched the surface. You know, like you can do scene switching. Yeah, that's where that is a great, yeah, that's totally a great idea. I saw some guy not on a Stream Deck, but on like something similar as a Stream Deck, make a bike swap button. Like it'd hit a button, bike would stop. It was like brake, go to the garage, he'd press a button, pick his bike, boom, and then it was like back at it. Oh, the little 5 button. That's where the Zwift bike, I think, is gonna have a bonus all over the other bikes. I was reading that they're gonna have integrated button control for Zwift on the Zwift bike. And buy the bigger stream deck than what you think you need. Don't get the teeny weeny little one. You'll run out of buttons on the first day. Then you gotta make folders on folders. Oh, cool. I'll check in on that. I think my notifications don't work for streaming because I had like no idea that Spoon was streaming. Oh, I ran out of gears. I need like an 1136 on this trainer. 6 p.m. Well, I have tomorrow off as well. So pretty much the moment I'm off this bike, I'm probably gonna go sit in front of the computer. An arrest for, was it Tour de Watopia starts tomorrow? I'm gonna try doing all the distances for each stage. All those damn bikers. Those bikers, you know, they don't pay any taxes. Just riding all over the street, not paying taxes. They should really pay taxes. They should be paying for their own bike lanes. Yeah. The Discord channel's going off on. I know exactly why you were looking at RGT, because it was the same reason that I was probably looking at all the other ones. I've ridden in like a lot of the other cycling apps, but always just sort of stuck with Zwift. It doesn't really matter anymore now either. Like, there's 6 other people on Discord all riding their bikes, and none of us are riding the same route. Like, it's nice to have people to chat with. You know, take some monotony out of cycling. It's sort of the same thing, reason you start streaming. There's a big issue. I mean, I'm probably sure it's an issue with everywhere when cities start putting in new roads with bike paths. Because where I live, it is like full on people who don't ride bikes hate bike paths. And it is on letters to the editor of the news constantly. They made the road narrower for bike lanes. And I don't see anybody riding in those bike lanes. But right now there's like a foot of snow everywhere. I'm on Vancouver Island in Nanaimo. And it's really hard because no one on Facebook or any of those social media platforms, it gives everyone a voice. Whether you don't know what the hell is going on, and a lot of misinformation is spewed everywhere. And the funny one that I always like to joke, like, you know, we pay income tax, we pay property taxes, and, you know, property taxes and your income tax going to the federal government pays for, you know, infrastructure projects like maintaining the roads and that. But like everyone that starts ragging on bike lanes, they're all like, bikes should be insured. You know, they need to have insurance so they can pay for the roads themselves. They can pay for their bike lanes with the insurance that they pay. And it's like, no. Insurance is like a private corporation. It has nothing to do with road maintenance at all. Like, I don't get involved, but I just like reading the comments because it's like 99% people who have no clue where their money goes. It's gonna be a long hill climb. I'm trying to keep the wattage low. Yes. Well, and it's really bad, like the city that I live in. It's not a big city, but urban sprawl. Everyone wants a piece of property and not be near their neighbors. So the city is quite long. So it's not bike friendly. Where when you compare to Europe, it's densely packed. You can ride your bike somewhere in 10 minutes and go across a large chunk of the city. For me to go from where I live in the south of the city to where most of the stores are in the north, it's like an hour and 15-minute bike ride. Yeah, I have two cars in my driveway that are both insured and drive on the street, but I also commute by bike as much as I can. Yeah, and like the Netherlands, no one wears a helmet. Like, because no one really gets run over by cars. I would love to be able to do errands on my bike, but it's a really good chance. There is a really bad sort of drug, mental issues, homeless problem in our city right now. So I feel like if I rode anywhere. Yeah, exactly. What? Kind of funny. I grew up in a really small town, like 20,000 people, and it could have been. I mountain biked a lot growing up, tons of mountain biking, but never really clued in that you could ride your bike to work. And driving to work took 10 minutes from anywhere in town. Like 10 minutes. We had friends in school who lived out of town, which was actually 10 kilometers. And we used to make fun of them because they lived, oh, you live out of town. The out of towners, 10 kilometers. I'm like, that's 6 miles. Like, you live 6 miles. Yeah, we drove everywhere. Like, I went back there, my buddy's 40th birthday a few years ago. So we all came from wherever we live now, because his parents still live there. And I literally put my panniers on my bike, rode onto the ferry, and then I did like a couple sightseeing loops around the whole town. Went to like the house that I used to live in. It was so fast. I was thinking, I used to drive everywhere here. Like, my bike commute to work would have been 15 minutes, like at the most. Yeah, like my wife's commute is about 18 minutes, and I'm about 35 minutes. Which, when the weather's great, 35 minutes is fantastic. My problem is we're starting to get some traffic here, and I found my commute by bike really helped me get prepared for the workday, and then on the way home, you know, sort of decompress from the workday. When I drive, I just jump in the car and there's traffic, and I'm like, ah, damn traffic, and I get road rage. And then I come in the door and my kids are like, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh God. Where when I rode, it was like paths through the trees, you know, just thinking about nothing. Yeah, the CK, there has been days where the morning weather was just absolutely perfect and I rode past work. My work schedule, like, I don't have to, I'm not like, you have to be here at 8 a.m. You know, if I roll in at 7:30 or 8:30, like, they don't seem to care. No one cares. So there'd be days where I'd just be like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. I do the same thing on the way home. I'll go along the longer way. Yeah, or that. It's tough when you get used to the comfort of this. Except I am wearing all my outdoor winter riding gear in my garage. I didn't have to have gloves today. That's good. I need more lower gears. 53 RPM, doing 209 watts. How do I pronounce? I pronounce it Zava-Reese, like Zava and then Reese peanut butter cups, but I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation or not. My family, the side of the family that doesn't speak much English, pronounces the E as an A. Yeah, like Zava, yeah, exactly. So when my grandmother would say it, there was an R roll, and then the last E would be pronounced as an A, but it seems weird to say that or pronounce it that way when you speak English. Doesn't... I don't ride hills much, but I rode hills in Zwift more often. I need a bigger gear. In Quebecois, we don't talk about Quebec. It's like, Quebec is, I've never been to Quebec, but Quebec seems like a funny place. I bet Montreal is absolutely beautiful, but Quebec just seems like the sibling that no matter how much you give them, they want more, and they feel like they're not getting their fair share. You just want to be like, be happy with what you get. You get a lot. Just be happy with that. And then they'll be like, we're gonna separate. Just you watch. We're gonna separate. And everyone's like, okay, go ahead. Separate then. We're fine with that. What do you mean you're fine with that? Well, if you want to do that, go ahead. I'm okay. Oh, well then we're not going to. We were only gonna do it to make you mad. Yeah, I mean, we learned French in high school for a few years, but I don't know. I've heard it's different. It'd be like, you know, in England they speak English and we speak English, but in England it doesn't sound like the same English that we're speaking a lot of times. I mean, they use weird words like boot. See, I think I fixed the sound redeem. See if this is loud.
Take off, eh?
Take off, eh? The only thing I can remember from French from school was some phrase about how my dog likes to play hockey. Like, that's it. That's all I got out of 3 years of French. Mon chien jouait au hockey. And I don't even know if that's correct. Yeah, we host international students. I've heard the same thing. Because our Brazilian students speak Portuguese, but they're like, no, you can't really go to Portugal and everyone understand you. Hell, I can't even understand someone from Newfoundland or Nova Scotia, and they speak English. The best, if you want to hear Canadian, the best stream to listen to is go pay Jamie Mangrove a visit. See if I can, he's not in here. Jamie's from Alberta, but he has the Canadian down. Oh, he cracks me up.
Take off, you hoser.
I think I fixed it.
Take off, eh?
Oh yeah. I had some weird sound settings going off the other day. It's kind of funny, I don't do it as much, but when I was younger growing up, I totally said A at the end of every sentence. What you doing, eh? Oh, we're gonna walk to school together? I do mispronounce vowels. My wife gives me a hard time about it. I don't think I say about wrong though. Pretty sure about, you're supposed to say it like about. Yeah, there's a good YouTube video. They take like a US English professor, a Canadian English professor, and a professor from like London, and they all say the same word or say the same phrase, and it's very interesting to hear. Oh, 800 meters. 800 meters when you're climbing takes a very long time. What the heck gearing do I have on this bike? This feels like... That's why. Just flipping 1128. This is like the factory cassette that came with the kicker. I had an 1130 on, I think I have an 1130. I should probably put that on. I thought. Bag O parts. No, that's SRAM. Oh, I could put that on. I got a SRAM 1132. Oh, that is a 10-speed 1136 now. Hey, Oran, how's it going? Almost at the top. And this route done. Treating me awesome because it's actually on Climber's Gambit. I'm gonna actually get credit for doing this. I had some issues with the most recent update of Zwift on the Apple TV. Just chugging my way up to the top. I'm gonna coast down the backside. The last kilometer goes so slow. Yeah. I think this is the, well, no. I have one more route to do after this. Is that Neokio Crit City. You have to do that as a race. I just wanted to get this one done because it was annoying that I couldn't complete it before. Hey, Koza, how's it going? Yeah, the islands is good because none of the routes are super long. Like, I think the longest one is 35k and it's not really very hilly. Like, a lot of the island routes, you can just like 9k, 8k, 12k. Oh, like this. Spinning. Is it? Oh, that's awesome then. Okay, because I was only going to go in the crit race just to get the badge, but if one of the routes is the crit course, that's perfect. I'm going to try to do all 3 distances. Oh, really? Well, it's funny because it doesn't come up as a route in the route selection. Well, Jet Reset. I only had to ride 120 kilometers to get that route badge. I saw Jet Reset last year on a Tour de Zwift do all 3 distances. I thought that's kind of a fun thing to do. I mean, the Tour de Zwift, every category has like 1,000 people in it. If I go to events, like tomorrow, when does it start? Filters. Yeah, 9 a.m. Tour de Zwift Stage 1. The long route has 2,000 people in it. So I have tomorrow off. So I think I'm gonna try to do all 3 of them tomorrow. Or maybe at least do 2 of them tomorrow and then fill in like Tuesday before ZRL. Yeah, like RGV, 50 kilometers with 2,000 people. You're gonna get that done fast. It's gonna be a fast 50K. So I think it was last year. I need to change this. Yeah, jeez. Last year, Tour de Zwift Stage 1. You could finish the 1 stage right before the second B started. And you could almost hit all 3 stages, you know, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, with almost no gap. What? They have some super weird ass times. 9 a.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m.? Oh, I thought it was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Oh, that is super. I think it's the filtering. It's causing some issues. Stupid thing. Zwift. Oh. Remember that? Oh my gosh. It's funny when you think that Zwift has been out of beta since what, 2016, 2015? And you think back of all the things that used to be a massive pain in the butt, like quitting the ride every time to start a new route. Oh, I hated that. Because New York is the worst. You look on the route thing and you're like, oh, this route's 10 kilometers. No, it's got a 9-kilometer lead in. And then it's 10 kilometers. Like, just start the damn route at the start of the route. Yes, like, because with the bike being in the garage, I was like, oh, 10K. I could probably bang that off in 25 minutes. And then it's like 40 minutes, I'm still riding going, what the heck is going on? Oh, the Innsbruck one, yes. Re-ride the hill twice. So you gotta ride the hill to start the route. I hacked that one. Because if you create a meetup, the meetup starts at the top of the hill. You just make a meetup by yourself. Is it? See, and so here's another thing. Zwift's filtering is totally broken as well. So on the companion app, I filtered just group rides. And it showed Tour de Zwift for tomorrow at 9 a.m., noon, and then 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. When I've turned all the filters off, there's a 9 a.m., there's a 10 a.m., there's an 11 a.m. It's every hour all day. So yes, I plan on doing all of the routes maybe tomorrow. Maybe. That's the plan. Because it'll be the 50K with 2,000 people will probably take an hour and a half. So at 9 a.m. to 10:30. So I have basically to 11 a.m. to get the route done. Then the next route should take under an hour. So 11 a.m., 11 a.m., and then noon. So I could do 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 noon. Yeah. Stupid Highline. I show you, I'm gonna ride you all the time. I am going to sign up for those routes now. Because if I don't sign up, tomorrow I'll be like, oh, I'm fine. I don't really feel like it. I'm gonna do it on the computer after. where I can actually like type words in instead of scrolling through the 9,000 events every hour. Yeah, I'm like scrolling as fast as I can, trying to get from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The lights actually worked. Awesome. No, they only stay for about 10 seconds. Kind of hard to see. It's really bright out right now. The sun is reflecting on the houses across the street. Holy crapola. Okay, the volume is fixed. Volume is fixed. It was super quiet yesterday, but that is freaking loud. Ugh.
Right on!
Uh-oh. Got electrical gremlins. When I touch the fan, that camera turns off. I'll see you there. Yeah, I'm really curious on your Stream Deck programming. Okay, that's flat. When you're on your bike for hours and you're staring at stuff and things don't look flat or level, I don't know if it drives anybody else crazy, but it drives me crazy. I kept staring at this camera here and it looked a little bit off. Thinking, what the heck? Yeah, it's like flat now. All right. Well, this is a nice flat downhill. Let's keep riding until this downhill is over. Super Talk. Did you say you were taking a day off today, Doc? Or are you riding later? This is a decent. Oh, what? This is a decent Sunday for the Zwift category of Twitch. Like 75 people watching the Zwift. That's really good. Because not that long ago, it would be like 20 people, 15 people watching Zwift, and 15 people spread out between four streamers. Hey, Infis, welcome. Yeah, it really has. Let's go to an even 40. Let's just ride to 40K. Like, what am I doing stopping now? $42. Don't get me started. I pretty much will refuse to stop on a decimal place. And there's been times where I got distracted and I kept going over. Or my guy coasted to like 40.1. I need all the XP I can get. Look, I'm like, no, I don't want to. That's a good idea. It's kind of what I'm doing. Right now I'm in my winter fat stage. Where you going? Going for a walk in your pajamas with no socks. $39.2. Make sure you shut the door. Letting all the freezing inside. That was my adult phrase for the day. I am streaming, yes. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Making the kids up, giving me reasons to not do races. Oh, you know, my kids turned the power bar off. I lost internet. That's the smaller of the two kids. That's the one I start my squat sets with. No, the power didn't go out. So what it was, I thought the power went out because all of these lights are like Wi-Fi controlled. So our closet in the house for all of like our routers, internet stuff, the kids were in there. It's also the craft cupboard. And they were grabbing, we have a shelving full of like crafts and stuff. I guess something fell over and hit the power bar or pulled the cord, like, so the lights went off, but the computers didn't go off. And so I was like, what the heck? And then I'm like thinking, did the power go off? I'm like, no, but things are still on, but all my lights went off and I disconnected. And then I'm like looking around in the garage going like maybe a cord came out. And then the kids were like, I can't get on to Netflix. YouTube doesn't work. I'm like, oh, the internet. It sucks because once you're in the pen, you can't get back in. Like I was ready to go that race. I had like tapered. I've been just doing easy rides. Oh, 40.2, jeez. Like, I felt fantastic. I hate that course, but I usually do okay on that course. If you give me, onwards to 41. If you give me 15 seconds of coasting, I do a lot better. There's tons of snow outside still. Don't wreck your boots. I'm just gonna go to 41 because I plan on doing all of the routes tomorrow for Tour de Zwift. And that's gonna be like 100K. I'm already getting the like, when are you gonna be done your bike ride? I need to get my wife on Zwift. She rides a lot, but she hates trainer riding. Hates it. You can't do it in one go, but they start every hour. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do the long route first, which is 49K, because that should take about an hour and a half. And then the other routes should be under an hour. So I'm thinking 9 a.m., 11 a.m., and then noon. But the long route, it's RGV, and there's 2,000 people signed up. So 49 kilometers on a pretty darn flat course with 2,000 people should be draft fest. Oh, I started looking. 41. Oh, there we go. Should be. I do notice that on some of these bigger rides, a lot of people don't show up. It says 2,000, like those chase races. The chase races, you'll have 500 people sign up, and then it's like, we have 100 in our class, like in our category. Like, where's the other 400? All right. Let's see who else is on. Let's go say hi to CS Tricks. He's doing Uncomfortable. Something uncomfortable, which everyone enjoys watching. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by. Appreciate the support. It's always good chatting. Like I say, I have tomorrow off. I will be on at 9 a.m. doing like ride all morning.